The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
A run here for the rookie. It's Brian Robinson.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Here's Howell.
Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Commanders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now Goff on 1st down.
Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Flush to his right.
Is to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And Howe will throw it.
Escaping the pressure. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Lions will take over. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Rolling to his right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Powell's throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And some space here. The 20. 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw is Goff.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll start with a give to Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, here's Howell. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And Thomas has it. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second down, Howell back to pass. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
2nd down and 3. Back to throw, Howell.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
They'll run with Gibson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Now Howell. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Howell, 3rd and goal.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Sly able to put this one through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the foot. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Howell from the gun.
Thomas brings it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Howell. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Howell.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this 1st half.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
From the 50, it's Goff. It's complete to Williams. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Flushed out right. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Badgley able to punch this one through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. They'll go play action. Howell. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side complete to Dotson. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Howell down to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders
at their 25-yard line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Howell to the air on first and 10.
Flush to his right.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Howell throwing on first down here.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10. On first and 10, it's Robinson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down and 4. Howell escaping the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off play action. It's Howell. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, You and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
First down, Howell to throw.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Thomas.
And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Robinson going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Here's Howell to throw on second down.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field. Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw on second and 10. Goff, complete to right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing on third. Goff.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Desperation time for Goff on fourth.
He'll find Williams on the slant, finding space at the 40. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now Goff. And my goodness, another interception.
It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At about the 32. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, he's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Goff. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To the air again. Goff. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Robinson up the middle.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.